to coming to this wonderful first healthcare committee event. I'm just gonna have a welcome remark and we'll get the program get started. Thank you. So, despite the change of location, again I thank the audience and the panelists to come. 이 장소가 바뀌었지만은 마지막에 이렇게까지 오셔서 감사합니다. The reason we changed last minute, I'm sure you may have heard that Speaker of the House, Nancy Pelosi, decided to come to Princeton Hospital to give a speech, and she's apparently doing that as we speak, and where we were supposed to have a meeting. So since she's Speaker of the House, we're glad to give our room for the good of the country. So, but I'm glad that Ravi Alexander was able to secure this room so that we are able to have this function. Otherwise, if some other function was already scheduled, we could have actually canceled this event. So I thank Ravi Alexander as well as Heather and everybody in the community reach program for helping us the event. Also, I'd like to thank the panelists who prepared a great talk, many different various topics to educate us about.
How can one person stay healthy? Just in terms of the overall digestive tract. There are certain simple rules to follow. With the stomach, eat less and eat earlier. It usually takes about 3 or 4 hours for the stomach to empty out after a meal. So we usually tell people, try not to lie down within 3 or 4 hours of eating. Otherwise, all night long while you're sleeping, your food sits in your stomach, and then you wake up and you don't feel very good. So ulcers, aspirin and pain relievers can cause a lot of stomach irritation, and it's often one of the main reasons why people come into the hospital for bleeding. So try to minimize aspirin and Advil, Motrin use.
그것이 blood clot을 만들어요. 그걸 white clot이라고 부르고 그 위에 또 blood coagulation이 일어나서 우리가 그 상처를 받으면은 상처가 아물 때 빨간 딱지가 앉는 그 red clot이 앉으면은 then you're gonna get a heart attack. That's the heart attack. That's the way you get the heart attack. So we have a lot of those those plague in our system. 99% of those rupture is silent. So you don't have any symptoms, even though it rupture here and there. And one day it rupture really big, and you get all those clots on top of each other. That's going to be a so-called unstable angina pectoris or myocardial infarction. Then you end up in the hospital.
칼슘, 바이타민 D 아무것도 안 잡수셔도 되고 평생을 허리를 굽히고 일만 하시면 자연스럽게 스타일 A가 되고요. 스타일 B를 유지하시려면 지금 대부분 다 스타일 B신 것 같은데 이거를 유지하시려면 어떻게 해야 된다고요? 뭐? calcium. How many milligram a day? 잘하시네. 그 다음에 바이타민 D. How many units? Very good. 그 다음에 뭐 하시라고요? Okay, walking, weight bearing exercise. 그리고 또 한 가지, 이거는 응용 문제야. 응용 문제. 허리를 굽혀서 힘들게 하는 일을 누구를 시키면 될까요? 예? 남편! 정답입니다! 그래서 여기 계시는 남자분들 미스 코리아 스타일의 와이프를 모시려면 허리를 많이 굽히셔야 된다는 소리입니다. 감사합니다.
In United States, white population 109. But look at Korean American rate is 42. So again, rate almost 3 times was up. And but look at the stomach cancer rate. In Korea, rate 25. In U.S. population 3, and Korean American rate is 15. So again, the incidence of stomach cancer among women in Korean American rate goes down again by coming to U.S. That same finding for the male for colorectal cancer is true. Then in Korea, rate is 6. And goes to 22, that's almost as high as white population for incidence of colorectal cancer among Korean Americans. Again, this reflects the change in lifestyle, in which we will talk about in a little bit more detail.
Now, this is a picture that makes all the dentists really happy. This is the healthy mouth. You can actually see how end of the teeth, where the gum starts. They're really nice and pinkish, and also has a really very thin knife edge to it. And you can tell it's really nice teeth. This one, compared to the other one, this is actually the gingivitis. What happens is oops, right here, between the teeth, you can see this is swollen. Right here also, this is all swollen right there and right there. In fact, you can even see a little bit of bleeding coming from right there. And this is called the gingivitis.
I have a picture of what H1N1 looks like. This is actually a scanning electron microscope image of the virus down in this lower corner here. In April of this year, the World Health Organization officially named this virus influenza A H1N1. For those of you who would like to know what that code means, the H represents a protein. It's a type of protein that's on the surface of a virus, and that protein is called hemagglutinin. The A letter, represents a protein on the virus that stands for neuraminidase. So most of the viruses that we know that are capable of causing influenza to people will have an H and an A designation. And so this particular one here has an H1N1 designation.